with another live. We back with another live. If you hear my son in the background, it's all good. But drop where you from, man. You coming in right now. I want to know what state or city you from, who been rocking with me. You know, you're coming in on this live. Drop your state, drop your city. Trying to see who been rocking with me. Drop, if you're coming in, we waiting on them to come in. We finna get into it, but drop your state, drop your city, man. You know, coming in. I'm trying to see where my people watching from. You know what I'm saying? New Orleans in the building. Tina Marie. That's what's up, the N.O. Drop your city, drop your state tonight. I see Arkansas in the building. Keith Black. Plus we got Louisiana, Monroe, Dallas, Texas in the building. New Orleans, Tampa Bay. Man, we rocking all over the states. ATL, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up. And I won't, throughout this, I don't even like calling it a live, almost a sermon, a hood sermon. Miami, Florida. We got England, Arkansas in the building, California. Man, they rocking with the channel all over. I pray blessings on y'all live, man, because I know y'all coming here for a reason. Because I'm giving a certain message from God. I was just praying before I went on the live, and I was wondering, like, what tonight? What should I give these people tonight while we talk about Diddy, the J Prince situation? We see Boosie and Ralo continuing to beef, and they in the same city, and we have seen these things turn deadly. Now, friends, I want you to keep that on your mind throughout the live, because I'll be going back to friends. Let me see. Justice for Tupac's murder past. Getting ready for the hurricane. We scared. Well, the hurricane, I think it's just getting ready for the hurricane. We scared us. Where you located with the hurricane? I pray safety and blessings over families, man. There's a lot of hurricanes going on. That is God talking. A lot of troubles. We in troubled times. And when Tampa in the house, and when they come to friends, a lot of people is very dependent on friends now, more than God. And I think that the Most High is trying to show us who to depend on, because everybody that I'm seeing, including me, circle is very small when it comes to friends. People saying friends ain't friends no more. Now, P. Diddy is under investigation, right? And he's under investigation for the murder of Tupac. Tupac family have put P. Diddy up under this investigation due to everything else that have came up with these charges on P. Diddy, right? Now, Tupac himself even spoke on when he got shot the first time that he was set up by P. Diddy now. This ain't like nothing new. Tupac was already saying that Biggie, P. Diddy, everybody had done set him up to get shot before he got killed, right? Now, mind you again, Tupac family is pushing the needle. The same lawyer, I forget this movie star that killed the woman, if you know what I'm talking about, that killed the woman on the movie set, he just got off. It's the same lawyer that allegedly had killed the woman on the movie set. He just got off, and this same lawyer is representing for Tupac with this murder, investigating P. Diddy. Now, if P. Diddy, fam, is guilty of this Tupac situation or not guilty, P. Diddy never spoke out. Just think about this, and I talk about this all the time. He never spoke out on this situation in ways to comfort people if he didn't kill Tupac. See, a lot of people want the props of killing an individual even if they didn't do it. You see what I'm saying? Coming from because they want other people to be scared of them in that form and fashion, right? Now it's the same with the goddess situation. People be wanting individuals too, and I'm not saying that it's a good thing to speak out if you're guilty of a situation. I mean, you may need to leave it alone. That's what made you look guilty. But if you're not guilty, you should be able to speak out to the public to let people know what's real and what's not. And see, that's what have caught up with Diddy. A lot of subscribers that was watching my last live was agreeing with me when I was saying the Young Miami. I had seen some was coming Diddy way on the interview that him and Young Miami was doing, the way that he was treating the situation, due to her being, not saying that he was wrong for dating her, you feel me, but due to the age gap, due to the pimpish ways that he was carrying on to her. It wasn't no love there. It's all about give and take. You got the body, you got the looks, I'm gonna give you the bags and all these different things. And that type of image is what the youth see that look up to Carisha. That type of image is what the youth see that look up to P. Diddy, and it's the wrong image, fam, because it's about the soul, it's about the love. Money can run out. You understand what I'm saying? And that's when you really understand, that's when you really come into understanding who really with you at bad times. A lot of people saying money is really everything. I'm telling you the truth. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. Reasons why money is everything, fam, because you don't live without money. You would die if you couldn't eat. You understand what I'm saying? Your kids couldn't do certain things if you didn't. You're not a dad in today's time if you can't fund your kids. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you're not doing nothing for your kids, you use a bum dad. If you're not doing nothing in life in today's time, you is a bum individual. And I said all that to say this. When it comes to life in general, P. Diddy, fam, got to a place to where his comfortability have caused, when you in leadership position like P. Diddy, the walls finna crumble. Sometimes the Most High let the walls crumble with things that you have done that other people didn't see. See, that video with Cassie, we didn't know that with P. Diddy, but God knew that. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of things we pay for. See, karma don't always come in the form of what's going on with P. Diddy. It can come in the form of you losing your mind. It can come in the form of you never having peace. It can come up in the form of anxiety, depression, all these different things. A lot of people think they fight mental health issues, but it's what I'm telling you it is. Things that you have done in your past that's catching up with you. And that an individual don't know how to deal with. Tupac was sent by God. If you listen to Tupac music, if you listen to the way Tupac went out, it was in adult form and fashion. It's nothing he could have did about dying. Every time Tupac got shot, it made him go harder. If he would have got shot again another 5 times, he just would have went harder. It's the same thing with Dolph. Because God was putting him there, putting them here for a season for us to learn from. A lot of people, even Martin Luther King, knew he was going to be here for a season. And it's crazy on Martin Luther King Day, the things that we do in the neighborhood, the respect that we have for this man that have fought for us, fam. He spoke from a godly perspective, saying that he have had a dream, saying that his death was coming, but he cool with it. Have seen the other. God is still talking to a lot of us, fam, and we're not listening. We're listening more to friends, and it's ruining our relationships. God is your friend. Most friends, almost all, everybody have a jealousy underlying. Even you, the one that's watching, and the hatred. Competition is a thing that's an automatic thing as a baby. You can see kids and brothers and sisters, they want to do it better than the other. And they'll get jealous and mad if mama or daddy paying more attention or if they did it better to flip better. It's a thing that we born with. Stuff that you born with, you don't get rid of. These are God-given feelings. And if you got a friend that don't understand that, you understand what I'm saying? They don't understand life, that our friendship is going to be up and down. Things, you can't even share stuff with friends that's personal no more, fam. And everybody know this. The world is coming to an end. We are in the last days. Do you see how people talk about each other? Look at Ralo. Look at Boosie. They was cool. They in pics and everything together. Now look what's going on. These relationships be built off street politics, what you got going politics, who you around politics. It's not built off love of genuine, I care about you as a human being. You understand what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's facts. When going against the creator, game over. That's a fact, bro. That's a big fact. And people need to come into that understanding. We seeing right now what's going on in the hip hop community. If you pay attention, God is always in the mix. If you really pay attention, even I was just seeing somebody speaking on the hurricane, everything that's going on now, people is so far away from caring for other people. You got to understand, don't nobody care about you out here, fam. Straight up. When you go to your job and go to these different places, whatever you got going in your daily life, you got to play a chess game. You got to play you got to play the game of knowing, fam, that people, you can't get caught up in what people is doing to you. You can't get caught up in how people treating you and things that they saying to you, because it's a demonic force. And if you got a calling on your life and the purpose, God is trying to put you in that. Evil is going to show up. You got to be ready to play in that, family. A lot of y'all is running from problems, running from the most, you don't want to chill. You got to sit back. I haven't been nowhere. Me and my old lady haven't been nowhere in 4 years now. No events, no nothing. Just getting it together for family. Things is shaping up. I had to sit back. I couldn't depend on no friends. Fun for the weekend to take the pain away of what's really going on. It's time for individuals, fam, to pay attention, not to these artists and celebrities, everything that I use them as an example, because I know this is what people want to hear about. You feel me? Because they idolize. And I was just reading the book of Jeremiah. When it comes to idolization, fam, it's big in today's, when it comes to people idolizing money and other people. Don't you know it's people in the United States, not other, that look at other individuals like gods, celebrities, or people in their hood? What they say is golden. They worshiping their cars, money, the material things that they have. We in the last minutes, family. It's okay to have material things, but our people in our culture will try to put it in your face. People don't be understanding. You can rub people wrong by telling people what you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying you bragging, but you're like, hey, I got this new car. You can tell a friend this. And it's the way you deliver that to that friend can cause an emotion. And a lot of people don't know how to deliver certain things that they happy about, and it's caused a mishap between friends, because it's like, is you capping on me? Is you stunning on me? Do you want me to see you in a certain light because of, you see what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful on what you say and how you say it to friends and people, not to rub them wrong, because I have seen people come back and kill the homie, they homeboys, fam. All behind letting the jealousy build up, and the homie wasn't even feeling like that. He was just doing him. People just be doing them in today's time, and people just be mad. They be ready to get at you and get you on up out of here, fam. You can't even really do you around people no more. That's how much the spirit, the demonic forces is all the way around. I got a few people, man, that I'm at peace with, that I be around them, and I thank them for that. I try to do that with people. When something happened in my life, It's good to talk about the Most High allowed that to happen other than you. Because if you do that and they still do it with that, it's crazy. To be real. You know what I'm saying? You can like, hey man, man, if it weren't for God, when none of this been going on in my life, and people would still hate that, man. They won't even try God to get it. They want to take it away from you, man. That's how real the game is. Read a few of these. 205 Birmingham, Alabama is in the building, man. If your community, in our community, it led to envy, jealousy, robbery, murder, like Cain and Abel. That's a fact. That's a fact. I was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a conscience, fam. I remember doing drive-bys well, not drive-bys, pretty much walk-bys, where individuals coming through our neighborhood to get weed. And the first time they gave me 5 years on this terroristic act, that this same guy, I want to apologize with the day I shot his car up, was just literally found trying to kill the man for nothing. Literally, because my OG, think about this, my OG was 19, we were like 14, 15 when he was putting us down, sending us on them type of missions. He was a kid himself. I look back at 40 years old, like, man, at 19? You dig what I'm saying? Like, we were listening to a 19-year-old sacrificing our life. And you got the YGs out here, they doing the same thing today. Listening to another kid that's 2-3 years older than them, that's leading them to prison. It's poison being passed down, man. These kids is literally idolizing the individual that's 2-3 years older than them, that got a car, got the scat, got a little bit more money, hustling in the streets, man. They can't see God worth nothing. Because the people done told them we in the struggle. And the whole time, family, it's just like a lot of people, I just seen Ralo, right? He was just on Say Cheese. He spoke on Boosie not getting 150K Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays doing shows. He was saying he get booked at some of these same venues. He know what it is, right? Boosie come back and responded to Ralo and was telling Ralo, fam, that he the only non-rapping Grammy nominated individual, and was saying that Ralo, hold on, I done lost peace. What Boosie was saying, he was also saying that it was disrespectful back to what I'm gonna tell you in a minute, but it was disrespectful back to what Ralo was saying. They is going back and forth, been going back and forth now for 2-3 months. This situation is dealing with Ralo, found Boosie speaking on Ralo when he was in jail about Ralo being a rat. Ralo really hot behind that situation. If these two individuals don't quit it right now, you feel me? Because they both heavyweights in what they doing. You got individuals up under Ralo, fam. Ralo carry weight in Atlanta. You feel me? And when it comes to Boosie from Baton Rouge, he in Atlanta, he got people around him. But these situations, like I was just saying, Ralo been getting booked at the same places that Boosie be getting booked. What Boosie was saying was Ralo still hating on him. That's what he was saying. Ralo is still hating. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the 150K, count another man's pocket. Now, is Ralo clout chasing? Drop a comment if you feel like Ralo is clout chasing when it comes to Boosie. Drop a comment if you feel like it. Now, at the same time, individuals saying that Ralo is clout chasing. The only thing that I say that separate Ralo from I feel like everybody is clout chasing from the streets. All rappers trying to go viral and trying to get streams and sell music, right? Content, everything, this is the new game. I think Boosie know that same thing also. You dig what I'm saying? The things that Ralo be saying about, fam, about individuals, it be on the spiritual, real level. It's okay to speak on your own understanding on gangsterism like Boosie and a lot of them do. But I'm saying you can see Ralo, he have come back out and buying up the whole community where he's from, giving housing back. They praying whatever 5 times a day on the Muslim level. We need the spirit of Allah, the spirit of God, all these different things, fam, that fam is doing, individuals need because they thinking too much on their own understanding. Boosie is, when it comes to Boosie and taking this picture with Yo Gotti, Boosie is getting backlash from everything that he do. Just think about it. When it comes to his kids, it seems like anything that Boosie do in the hip-hop game, people have a problem with it, even though he have put down what he have put down with the music. And if these things continue to happen, Boosie is going to find himself in a situation when people start to keep, even in your life, people keep your name in their mouth, even if it's false, it's God trying to move you in another direction. You can either let it make you weak, what they saying, or you can get stronger and push on and recognize it. Family. So this is what's going on. I be knowing that the calling is bigger what the surface is when I talk about these artists, especially an artist like Boosie. It's not a fluke that the work that Boosie have put down, as long as he have been in the game, my mama love Boosie. Older people love Boosie, just like on the Charleston White level, because it's a soulful level. Boosie speak on God himself a lot, but he override the other 80%. It's like a 20-80 with him. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying an individual is supposed to be this spiritual individual, but cancers is coming, man. Diseases is coming. Like when you start to turn 40 and these ages, you got to get closer to God in order to live. He can add years onto your life and he can detach you. You no longer the young YG that you was before. You cannot move like you used to move. That's all I'm saying. They asked Ralo, so he said, man, I'm not trying to just be in this rap game. I know this ain't. You feel me? Like this just a transition. I don't want to be 40 years old and still rapping. It's corny. That's just real. I don't care how if you just doing it for fun, cool. But if that's a business for you at that age, fam, because it's a young nigga game, excuse my language. And I'm not saying that Boosie should turn away from that. That's how he getting his bag. But it's got to be something more than that's your mainstream of income. I feel like individuals, shout out to Nick Thomas, man. If anybody from Little Rock know this, tag Nick Thomas. And he's not even on the level that Boosie on. But he buying daycares. He buying restaurants, in the hood for people. Doing different things, buying back the community like Ralo, employing people. That's what it's all about, fam. Employing people. The Most High bless me, I'm going to get businesses to employ people. Family needs employment. It's families out here right now that need employment. And in the eyes of God, if you able to hold that weight in the right way, he'll overpour blessings, just like he's doing with Nick Thomas. I'm telling you about, fam. Every other weekend, he in position to do it. If I was, I'd do it right now. But he in position to do it, giving back to kids, whether it's McDonald's, whether it's pizza, throwing something every time. And God continue to flourish and bless him. And what I do now, on my level, I give back every day, not just with family, other people. But I don't look for it back with God. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a natural thing. When it comes to the Most High, if you got a good heart on that level, fam. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say. It can't be all about you. All your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to trust something. If you hear my son, that's cool, man. Boosie need to get it right with the whole Trill family. trying to get right with everybody else. Now, if you don't know, speaking on the trio, Fox was just speaking out about Glorilla, right? And Fox was speaking on Glorilla sampling the music, and she featuring Boosie and Sexy Red on this record, right? In this segment, I was speaking on Fox not being around Boosie like the rest of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, not none of them, but just with it. You know, when it comes to Trio, I was saying people is looking for the Hot Boy reunion, the tour, but the Trio fam too. I mean, they had a nice little run. It seemed that people don't forget, even when it come to Bang Smurf, he was down. Bang Smurf was down with 50 Cent. You feel me? He doing interviews now, and shout out to Queen's Flip that just did one, went over to Trinidad because they deported him. But what I'm trying to say is, if somebody have been real in your life, you know what I'm saying, whether it's for a season, I feel like when it comes to Trio, Boosie can bring all that together, man. That's what I'm talking about, the heart. Getting out of selfish ways. That's why everything is coming Boosie way like it's coming. Because you got to open up to Fox. You was the dude. God allowed you to be the man. You know what I'm saying? Out the situation. To be the boss, so to speak. So you got to help other people out with work. Even when it come to Webby. Boosie started putting Webby back on shows with him. You know what I'm saying? He should do Fox. Big Head and them the same way. See, everybody not know hustlers. A lot of people in our community, everybody want to deal with hustlers. If you're not no hustler, we ain't, you feel me? And then when you're not a hustler, to that, people just forget about you and treat you like a bum because they were successful and you went this way. And see, this is why early sicknesses, man, these cancers and diseases, you seeing these evil people that was living these lives, that celebrities on a local level, they are dying, fam. Like for real, they are dying. People is worried about working out and all these different diets and different things. Man, my grandma 84, 85 years old. I know a bunch of old that eat pork. I'm talking about eat all type of meats. It's about the spirit of God in you, family. It's not about your diet, you being a vegetarian, all these different things like that. It's about the spirit of God in you, fam. That don't stop cancer from coming to your body just because you're working out and eating good. A lot of people is talking about, oh, they got them in the grocery stores. They whoop the whoop. God is in control of everything, fam. He know everything what's going on. Just like the COVID-19. It hit some people, but it didn't. It's just your faith. Just like being in a wreck. It hit some people, but it didn't. I know people that have been vegetarians and caught cancer. Didn't eat no meats at all. Do you think you not eating no meat, working out, whatever the case might be, is going to stop the law of the land with God when it comes to sicknesses, diseases, and everything like that? I have not seen not one person in life get away from it. Have you? Think about how stuck people is in the gym posting these pictures like they finna live for 300-400 years, fam. They work like they got it worked out. You feel me? Everybody, like they just, and then they showing we eat healthy, we don't do this, we drink green, all these different earthly things and different things, which that's cool. It can make you feel better momentarily, just like weed. But God is all about longevity, fam. If you look back, your grandma and them, great-grandma, they live longer than the people that's in today's time. And they ate all type of meats, all type of different things. I'm talking about, man, love the pig. Still 100 years old to this day. The people that's paying attention more to the workout, how they look, how our booty look, in the gym, BBLs, all these different things. These are the people that are dying. Is y'all paying attention? These are the people that are dying. That on all these type of diets, they trying everything but God, man. Y'all gonna get tired of me talking about the Most High. Because I know that he real. See, I'm just passing through this YouTube. If I was a rapper, I know I'm just a passing through this rap game. That's what I'm talking about boosting them. I'll be in the pulpit, man. I'm going to save some souls, brother. You got to understand when things is a stepping stone at your job. Some people get so caught up in the job and what's going on, not knowing that it's a stepping stone for your next level. Especially when they throwing stones at you for nothing. Everything is about growth in life. Things get better in life, fam. Things get better even for a baby. They start to crawl, they start to walk, they start to talk, they start to climb, they start to woo, and just life, that's life. Things get better. You got to be patient with yourself. Be patient with yourself. I've been patient. I'm telling you the truth. 4 years. Ask everybody that be around me. I don't go nowhere. I don't do nothing. I have to find out who I am. Now I just started going around doing interviews, different places, even the barbershop. I wasn't even going to the barbershop, fam. I had to get naked for God to figure out who I was as a person, because the clothing that I had on me, the hats that I was wearing, all these different things that I was trying to cover up, the real me, the real pain. I had to go back and stay with my mom, fam. I soaked that up. I used to have a Lexus with the 24s. It used to be hot summertime, and I would see individuals, females walking to work, McDonald's, and they sweating. I'm up on her ride good, getting that street money, and the spirit that hit me said, man, that's gonna be you. Sure enough, that happened to me. And I went to Shreveport, Louisiana, and I had to walk to work every day. And out of everybody that was passing me up in the neighborhood, it was 2 white guys picked me up. One of them picked me up in the rain, seeing my shirt, that I was working for the restaurant that he was going to, and he was a regular there. And he picked me up, and it took me to the job site. I said that to say that when God was speaking to me, I was listening. I knew my time was coming, like something to happen. You can feel it if you pay attention, fam, to God speaking. You know when something is finna happen. It's a God-given gift. And I end up walking just like I seen other people. So now when God talked to me, even I had a situation in Dallas. Remember this. 3 dead men looking out of the window. One had no tongue, one had no lung. The other one was blind and deaf. There was 3 dead men looking out of a window. One had no tongue, one had no lung, the other one was blind and deaf. Now, the 3 dead men could be the judge, the jury, the prosecutor, whatever type of room you're in. They won't be able to communicate right. They won't be able to see clearly, be deaf to situations. Now, my roots come from Louisiana, right? This is something my grandma have always told me, and I have always used it in situations. And I always had God. And see, the thing about Louisiana grandmothers and stuff, they have Jesus at the same time, but they would always have these type of rituals type things. So anyway, I got in a situation to where the Mexican that I was dealing with set me up. He rushed me to come out there to get. So I go out there in the same Lexus I'm telling you about with the rims on it. You can tell that it's like a dope boy. And I got pulled over enough to carry me back to federal prison for life with everything that I had done been. And when they pulled me, now, mind you that I didn't clean my truck for like a month. I didn't know why. It was trashing like I had kids up in there. We went to In-N-Out Burgers. I put the ounces, matter of fact, it was a half a pound of milk. Just at the time it was high. You feel me? Like they would really throw away the key with you. It was like $1,200 an ounce. The Mexican rushed me out there. Let me tell you this part. The Mexican rushed me out there because I was falling off. God was allowing things to happen. And all this was meant to happen. And the Mexican like, yeah, if you're going to come, you got to come now. I couldn't pay nobody, none of my drivers or none of that to go for me no more. So me and my girl at the time shot out there. get to work, I put it in the In-N-Out burger bag, put it in the Walmart trashy bag that I had in the back, and I just threw it in the back. I never rolled like that before. I don't know why, I just threw it in the back. It's my right hand of God, it's on my children, it's on my life. We get out there on the interstate, they come in behind us. I'm like, man, my man done set me up. That's why he done rushes out here like this. He the only one know what's going on. They beat the car down for 2 hours. It was getting dark, fam. The dog alerted 2 times. They never found the package. I was saying there was 3 dead men looking out of the window. One had no tongue, one had no lung, the other one was blind and deaf. There was 3 dead men looking out of a window. One had no tongue, one had no lung, the other one was blind and deaf. They wasn't even communicating. They couldn't understand, like, we know he just got that. We just watched him get that. Why can we not find that? The last 30 minutes, and I was praying at the same time, thinking about my daughter, Bernaya, everything that was going on. I'm like, man, it's over with for me. In the last 30 minutes, I had a peace over me. And God was telling me, you're going to be okay, but you got to change. We come way back to Arkansas. I'm so scared like I'm going to get pulled over again. Say, don't get me again. And we made it. I said that story to say it's going to be things in your life, miraculous things, fam, that you know that's of God. God pick you up right when you about to hit the floor. You can feel the bottom, rock bottom. He gonna pick you up, and you're gonna feel like there's no way out. And he gonna pick you up, fam. But he only gonna pick you up so far, depending on your strength with him, because he gonna test you with levels of life. He's not gonna give you what you want all in one. You might see some people hit the lottery, and you're thinking, well, that's, you know, why I can't do it like that, or why my situation ain't like that. See, it's a billions of people on this earth. You're not him like everybody else be saying, I'm him. And they not them. They not him. Your way of getting there is going to be totally different. See, my appreciation for my new home, everything that I'm doing now, my family, the YouTube, my appreciation is different than other YouTubers. Because I got here from a hotel bathroom doing YouTube. I got here from a spirit of asking, like, do they want to hear about God? Like, is I'm doing something wrong, God? Like, what's going on? I got here with hard times getting to where I'm going, not knowing where I'm going. See, when you're the first leader that's trying to change the dynamic in your family, the family curses, you're going to go through things ain't nobody there to teach you about. I didn't have the father to pass something down to give me the game to go off of. I'm just like a lot of y'all had to learn it and figure it out myself. But when I figured out, fam, and Jesus been with me, the God been with me the whole, when I figure out that I really can depend on him, that it's really real, if I buckle down, see, obedience. It's like in the book of Jeremiah, he was a young youth. He didn't understand when God told him God was telling him orders to take out. He didn't understand. He said, God, I'm a youth. They're not going to listen to me. He couldn't understand why I was coming to him and not an elderly man. God was telling him, go ahead and take on my orders. I'm going to protect you. It's going to be war. It's going to be people trying to kill you. It's going to be a lot of different things. And Jeremiah was obedient with God, with fear, going into situations. But God was telling Jeremiah that I'm going to lead you through. And the more Jeremiah was obedient, family, the more God spoke to him. A lot of y'all can't hear God because you haven't got obedient in his word. Just a little bit, a mustard seed faith of obedience. And you will start hearing him. The thing what I'm saying about laying back, you got to give yourself, you got a whole lifetime, but you can't even give yourself 3 years to chill out and figure out who you is as a person. That's why you see people that come out of prison, they be real sharp, or they look different, or people that's even been in the army, different places, fam. Because you get back from what your regular life and what you used to do to figure out who you is as a person. A lot of y'all still want to run with friends every day, every weekend. And God is trying to tell you, I just need you to sit down just for a little minute and I'm going to bless you. Because if I give it to you right now, you're going to give it to people. You're going to share it with people that's going to, they're going to bring you down. The people around you, fam, the Most High didn't start blessing me. I started to get bored. I'm like, man, what's going on? All my friends turning like, I know I'm 100 with it, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like I have done a lot for individuals and to turn on me like this. And I couldn't understand. I would get like at a real lonely space. Like if there's something wrong with me. And about the past year, I started to come into understanding that God was changing me. He was breeding a whole new individual. And now when I go out, fam, I'm sure of who I am and where I'm going. Because I got grounds to stand on. I got work to do. Jay Prince. Read a few of these, man. Give it to them youngsters. Lovely channel. But Jay, Atlanta and the Bronx, New York, man. New York, and that's what's up. Now, Jay Prince. New reports come in on Jay Prince. And Diddy bodyguard, Big Joe's name, Big Joe. Big Joe went on Angela Yee's show and spoke out about this situation. Big Joe got a lawsuit against him right now because the woman is putting allegations on Big Joe and Diddy. It's 100 different individuals in Houston. The lawyer that they have is from Houston. The woman went and talked to Big Joe. He exposed the situation, had messages and everything. And the woman threatened him about Jay Prince. They're saying the lawyer that's behind this with these 100 people is Jay Prince getting get back on Diddy due to Diddy slapping Drake. I know y'all remember that situation. When Diddy slapped Drake, Jay Prince spoke out on the situation then. Jay Prince have had a vendetta with Diddy. They saying these, and the woman threatened him with Jay Prince, with the powers of Jay Prince. So now this have come to surface. And people are saying when it comes to the individuals that's speaking out in Houston is Jay Prince lawyer, and they doing it to get back, on Diddy. Jay Prince family have been speaking out in ways. This is an older, think about the drug of hip hop and the drug of the streets. This is an older man that's successful. I knew it was BS when they was talking, when Takeoff got killed. They went on $1 million worth of game, was speaking out about the situation. They were just trying to clear themselves. They didn't care about Takeoff getting killed, fam. If you go back and look at the $1 million worth of game, you can see Jay Prince now. The only thing that they were speaking on was themselves clearing their name and what happened with Takeoff. We didn't kill him. We wasn't the shooters. Murder is the same as hurricanes and wrecks and different things that's going on in our life in order for us to look at and appreciate our life and what's going on. So when it comes to Takeoff, when it comes to legacy, being a legend, all these different things is BS in the hip hop game. They were just trying to use that man for his fame in Houston, family. I'm telling you what the streets is and what's going on in the hip hop game. People is just here to use people in today's time. Everybody is users. And when they can't use you, they abuse you, family. Just like we seeing when it comes to Rich Homie Quan and everybody else that's in the game. I got a segment I'm doing tomorrow, and make sure you catch it. I'm speaking on that Rich Homie Quan situation. It done got real. And it's what I was already talking about before it even comes to surface. Everybody looking at everything, the world and everything else that's going on but God, man. You got individuals like Jay Prince, fam, that's at the age that he is when it comes to his son, Jay Prince Jr., and he on the island by himself. They got multiple things they can be doing as far as businesses employing the black community. And that's why I salute Bun B with the Trio Burgers. Jay Prince got more money than Bun B. He ain't putting nothing back in the community like that, fam. It's okay to give back, but that don't mean you doing it from the heart, fam. When it comes to housing and employment, that's what people need, constant blessings. A business that lasts 50 years. Employing black people, our culture. That's what it's all about. Look at 50 Cent. He buying up the block down there in Shreveport, fam. Employing the culture. God is moving. That's why God, 50 Cent, when you can say what you want about 50. But when he was shot that 9 times, he understood life. He understood people. God been with him. You ain't got to be this big religious leader, man, like me on that level in order to do God's work, fam. When it comes to what 50 is doing, this is the blueprint of what all the OGs should transition into, even Boosie. What God should have did, man. Other than still let the young YGs have that and the labels have that with rapping, just like you let the young G's have it in the streets, right? What's so different about the hip game? The hip hop game? Why you want to hold on to that? Because individuals be using the YGs, man. Individuals be putting individuals in bad deals. This is what be going on. A lot of these artists ain't getting nothing but $50,000, fam, to signing deals right now, signing their life away for $50,000. This how much the community, the Jay Princes and all these different individuals don't care. How many times have the way Brazy was lying for Jay Prince, everybody have we heard them speak out about Brazy? Or try to put a program together down in Alabama for what? Because y'all might think I'm just talking, fam. But when the Most High bless, I'm doing everything that I'm talking about, putting back in the community, fam. Building back and helping families, man. That's when you get real joy about a life. When you can come to a place of business, your place of business, and people in there working, they happy. It's a good environment. You can see them getting their checks on Friday. You know when they're going to, man, take care of their family. Buy Pampers, milk, or whatever, fam. It's blessings in business. It's blessings in good business, man. That's why you see when it comes to just say restaurants, when it comes to black women in our community. Shout out Miss Ann. I go to Miss Ann every Sunday, fam. Nothing but old church women in there cooking their food and serving us, fam. You got people standing in line. I don't even stand in line, never in my life, when it comes to some food. And boy, I be in the line for about 30 minutes before people get, because I know it's going to be packed, but I know the food good. I know it feel like home in this place of business with these people. She employing people in her, you understand? And it's the culture. That's what it's all about. Now, I told y'all to stick with the friends. Remember the friends. That's what that friend word. We got to be real careful, family. Jealousy and hatred is running deep right now with people, and they can hide it because you can't see it. It be in them. A lot of people that you dealing with today, they hate you. They're not going to tell you that. They jealous of you, but they're not going to tell you that. See, ain't nobody really 100. Because, like I said, if you was, you're gonna tell everybody how you feel, what it really is. Your boss man, when you go to work, they're gonna get you up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to a limit of the 100, as being a human being, to where we don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, with that level of understanding, people will hold on to jealousy and hatred, fam, and them not the things that they doing behind your back, telling other people, you get around them, you feel a certain way, really, you can feel it in you. You know, it'd be certain movies like, I ain't said it, but I can really feel that. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I mean? That is a God-given gift that you feel it. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. If you're around somebody, fam, and they give you a feel of you don't even like, oh, it's just something, it's something not right. You don't supposed to feel like that with nobody. You need to turn the other, especially if they not the type that's being real friends and don't want to talk about what's going on if something bothering them, fam. And you know something ain't right. But not to be in that boredom state of mind, or being at the house, you would go out with them on the weekend when they hit you up and say, go out. And you rolling with the demon. You rolling with the jealousy and hatred that don't even like you. The demon weighs so hard, they'll do it for nothing when you broke. They just don't like you. It's meant for people not to like you. You get closer to God when you understand that everybody's not going to like you. You get closer to God when you understand pain. You understand that life, family, see, enjoyment, we can all have a good time, you know, and go out for the weekend, enjoy each other, drinks, laughs, and all these different things. That's cool, fam. But when it comes to the pain side of the game, I'm seeing rappers and everybody, they get incarcerated, and they like, man, all I was doing, ain't nobody with me no more. When I come out, I'm gonna do something totally different because I see what's real. If they didn't go through that like I did, was the same way, you wouldn't understand what it is. You wouldn't understand life. The pain that you went to brought you into understanding with God. So don't run from the pain that life is giving you, fam. Don't think that trouble's only hitting you and that's not hitting nobody else. That's a lie. That's the biggest lie that the devil tell you. It's like you the only one always going through something, don't nobody else go through nothing. People is good at hiding their emotions. Ain't nothing in life what it seems. You can get with anybody, anything in life, I promise you, man. I promise you, ain't nothing in life what it seems. You can go to the finest restaurant, the biggest strip club, the club, get whatever in life. Ain't nothing in life what it seems to be. And we compare ourselves to what it seems to be. When it comes to social media, when it comes to other people, we compare ourselves to what it seems to be. We don't even know. We don't even know the people. This is the problem, fam. That is the devil is using these type situations when it comes to social media posts. It can be your op, it can be your friend, it can be you got so many people paying attention to social media and comparing themselves, especially the YGs in today's time, with what everybody else got going on. And it ain't what it seems. Everything that have happened in your life, fam, once it happened in your life, you might have wanted it real bad, but when you got it after a while, it wasn't what it seemed to be. So you go to chasing and doing something else. And these people in life, they just keep running for what it seemed to be. Even in relationships. You got to understand when you just now are courting a girl, everything ain't what it seemed to be. Or you just not courting a man, everything ain't what it seemed to be. Because so you really get to know an individual after time. And things that you thought in your mind, it looked like this, it started to get real clearer to you. And this is with everything in life. But if you got two individuals that understand that, oh, it's a power couple. Me and my lady, we understand that, man. It's a power couple. It's deeper than the surface. Man. Hey, y'all make sure you hit the like button, man. You know what I'm saying? The likes, man. And what they say, love you, OG Wills. Appreciate you, bro. In Hampton, factual statements, 100. Yeah, I speak from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I speak from a place of I have been there. You know, when you and back to what I was saying about going through pain. If I wouldn't have went through nothing that I had went through, I wouldn't be able to talk to y'all like I'm talking to you today for you to feel what I'm saying. A lot of y'all is rocking with me because you can feel what I'm saying. It's a difference. You know, it's coming from a different place. If P. Diddy had Pop murdered, P. Diddy is a real demon. Reasons why I would say P. Diddy is a real demon, fam, if he played parts in that, because everything else that's going on right now is indicate that P. Diddy was really on some demon type time. The baby oil, 1,000 bottles of the baby oil, right? We seen this. We seen the beating of Cassie. I would never kick a woman and beat a woman like that. I never in my life. So I know that's another level of aggression when it came to P. Diddy. And you got individuals like Jaguar Wright. People is looking at her now like, hey man, she might have been telling the truth. Gene Deal. Different people that were saying different things about P. Diddy before all this other stuff came to the surface that we seen. It make you think that he had Pac murdered. Also. Because it's been in the surface for so long. P. Diddy, 30 years, fam, plus, been having good days after good day after, and what I mean by that is spending the money. He was chasing the feeling of the honeymoon, like I talk about all the time. That's why he kept having these freakouts, so to speak. Kept having these parties. Tupac got music, man, Tupac music was on another level. And you know what the YGs say today about Tupac? Man, I don't want to hear that. Like straight up, I don't want to. And you know what the YGs doing today? Just like what's going on with Tupac, they trying to leave a legacy that people ain't gonna care about. Don't nobody talk about Paw. I don't know nobody even talk about great grandmas or nothing no more. Not yet an individual found that's a rapper, or whatever the case might be, trying to leave a legacy. I can tell you this, man. I just finished, my man Joseph Vickers said, I just finished a 5-year bid, bro. And when I did that time, I came home understanding what life really is about. The only people that was there for me was my wife and kids. We need to wake up. Now, my man just said what I just said. He just said he did a 5-year bid. And the only one was there for him was his wife and kids. This is what everybody will tell you that's been incarcerated or been out here in the game. And we still tend to think that the game is real or a dude doing some real nigga shit. Excuse my language. I've seen individuals when it come to speaking on
when kids got hit in the city, I seen individuals like, man, this gang life, anything goes. And we coming through with them switches, we gonna hit them up. This is how individuals think. So if you got individuals thinking that they don't care about kids, the grandmas, the houses next door, what do you actually think they thinking about you while they giving you the blood of crip handshake and giving you a hug? I'm talking about they don't give two. It shows when you go to prison. It shows when you start to get on and make money or whatever in life. That's why the higher you go up, the more when it comes to your friend level go down. Everybody on the bottom friends because they trying to come up. So it seemed that we cool because we going through this same type struggle trying to come up, but people are only going to help you until they see you actually about to make it. That's when the hate come in. When people see you actually about to make it, they will motivate you, be there for you, but let you start getting some fire behind you, and they seeing that you might do something. That's when the hate come in. For some reason, people in our culture don't want other people to be above them because they feel like they just get to feeling some type of way. It's crazy. I have got into a state to where, and I used to be that way gang banging with the umbrella. We come up on any gang bang is a hate. Any dude that just representing where you from and you ain't got love for other people, you a hater. Reason you a hater, fam, because you closed-minded in the box of what you got going on. Anything outside that you don't respect. You a disrespect for nothing. You a shoot for nothing. You a kill for nothing, fam. That's hate. That's real deep hate. Now, I ain't no hater, but you a killer. You's a big hater. If you would go in and rob and kill a man, another man of our culture, another black man, you ain't no gangster, you a hater. And they praise that. Think about that. We got to start looking at the real. They praise that. That's hate, fam. That's not gangster. Friends, Mo 3. He spoke on this constantly, before he died in records. And one of them, he was saying, everybody ain't your friend, everybody ain't your partner. And you can hear the church in Mo 3 voice. A lot of people heard Mo 3, but they didn't feel Mo 3. A lot of time the Most High talk through hip-hop records, even though rap is not what it's supposed to be when it comes to music. It's the money. But the Most High will use certain individuals like a Pop, like a Mo 3, and these individuals that seem to be here seasoned a little amount of time. And their music be here to stay and stick. Mo 3 album going even harder. You can see Nipsey Hussle the same way to this day. Just let you know that's God is working, fam. We got to start listening to signs in our life when it comes to the Most High, when it comes to certain voices you hear in your head. And you might be thinking like it's a voice of evil, it's a voice of God, that's how he talk to you with your spirit, but you know good things. Like if something in you, like I told you last time, and it's telling you like, hey, you're gonna be all right. You got that bug. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it. Everybody's saying these different things about me, but I'm gonna be all right. If you hold on, family, just to that little piece of you gonna be all right, and you go off that, not what other people is talking about, trust me, you gonna be all right. Because that's the Most High that you listening to. You trusted that more than what other people was talking about. I don't care if your family have said things about you that have crippled you mentally. into thinking you're not worthy. Friends have said things about you, life period, that have crippled you. Things you have been through can cripple you into thinking that's who you are, the way you come up, all these different things. But I'm here to tell you that ain't where you from, it's how you come. And coming through this way, when it comes to God, taking this road, see, you're not going to be able to do it like everybody else. You don't even want to do it like everybody else because they just seem like they're doing it, but they're not. God got a different calling on your life, family, and the calling is for you to move in a different direction from the way everybody else moves. I'm a misfit. I've always been a misfit. I couldn't understand why I didn't fit in the crowd to now. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today if I wasn't a misfit. It's cool being a misfit. The misfit is God's people. The misfit is more closer to God, even when it comes to, if you was a misfit in your youth, usually the misfit that was in their youth, when it comes to them getting up in the age, they be the ones. You see how the ugly girls start to turn pretty? And the pretty girls start to go down? The tables turn in life with misfits. A lot of the misfits you seeing with careers and businesses and the squares and all that. God take care of his people. All the gangster ones that was in the group, that wasn't a misfit, you can look and see what they doing and compare it to ones that was the misfit, because the misfit had time to think. The misfit had time to see who they really was. Them other individuals that was in that group and in that circle, fam, they was living for other people while the misfit was living for himself, and God seen that. The misfit is able to run a business, a legitimate business, and do it right, because he's seen all sides of the game. The ones that was getting bullied in school, they'll tell you, most people that got businesses and stuff like they were getting bullied in school, fam. People that got stuff going on today, like for real, they was getting bullied in school, been through something. So don't get mad when you a misfit and they not calling you and different events, all these different things. It's God wanting you to kick it with him. But when he put that blessing on that misfit, what he say, he'll allow your enemy to see the blessing. Just like he doing with me now. Family, a lot of people counted me out. Like literally, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna throw him to the wolves. I want nothing else to do with him. Due to hood situations of what they done heard, the politics on it, all these different things. And I started to come into understanding on the misfit tip, like, okay, God, I know that since I was formed out the womb, you already knew what was going to go on in my life. So this is new to me. The way people is turning on me, and they used to love me. People that I did things for, put down. Like I said, I was a former gang leader. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the West Ross Pyrus, put a lot of individuals up under the blood. To see them same individuals and people in the hood turn on me, and I became a big misfit, I came into my purpose. And I was asking God, like, what's really that pain put me where I'm at today? And some of them same people ain't nowhere near doing what I'm doing in life today. Family. But through me being that misfit, not getting invited, not all these, seeing people turn on me, that bug that I talked about, I held on to it, was saying that you're going to be okay. I'm taking you through this for a reason. All these mishaps. Every job that I go to, I get fired for nothing. Literally. Like people just didn't like me. I couldn't understand. It was shaping me up for what I'm talking about now, to where y'all can feel me. I had a bigger calling. Your calling is bigger than what's going on with you today and what happened yesterday. Family, I've seen them tables turn in 5-year gaps when it comes to people being up and down. Don't get caught up in the now, what's going on in your life, and thinking that it's all bad of what you done been through. Everybody done been through something. This how the devil attack. He wants you to think that you're the only individual that's going through what you're going through. Out of billions and billions of people, he want to think you the only individual that's going through what you're going through. That's how the attack become great. You get to thinking like, and I done been there. You get in this box. Family, don't let that be you. I feel like somebody watching me right now that's going through that. And I'm here to tell you, when it comes to life, life be life with everybody that's living life. I said life be life with everybody that's living life. Even the rich people, the poor people, all the way around, white, black. So you got to come into the understanding when life is life with you, it's life with other individuals too that woke up that morning. If they didn't go through something that day, they're going through something tomorrow. It's not just you. Just because you see people in traffic and they smiling and it look like it's all good or you can't tell what people going through in the inside, family. You got to be smart enough to know that this is a put on that you put on and everybody else put on. I remember I was at a point, man, where I was comparing myself so bad with people that I was going into a real mental spiral, fam. Comparing myself with other people. They happy, I ain't happy. Or he a better father, he a better, all these different things. And it's the worst killer. Somebody is comparing theyself, fam, with people, like I told y'all, that's comparing themselves with other people. It's stupidity. I can say this about Boosie. Family. Say, I just like and subscribe, preach, you good. Man, I appreciate all the encouragement, man, the messages and things like that, man, because it's encouraging, bro. And y'all think like I'm giving you something, but y'all really, you know, you feed me with these type of things because I didn't know that I could do this. See what I'm saying? Like I didn't know that I could reach people like this, and they'll be like, "Hey man, preach them facts. It's good thing. It's not nothing that I done put together and came up with. Like, hey, I'm finna do this on YouTube. Nothing. It ain't. It's just regular me. Anybody in my everyday life would tell you that's Chap. You know, that's just him. So I'm not one of them individuals that's on here fooling y'all for monetary gain, fam. You know, I'm here doing God's work. You know, the best that I can. And even when it comes to the Most High, I'm not only going to be on here talking. I'm getting deeper in the Bible as I speak. So most things that I speak about going to be Bible based, not worldly things, fam. I think we need to hear that. I know y'all here for that. You feel what I'm saying? I want to get into that Rich Homie Quan, but just watch that segment tomorrow because it's going to be deep when it comes to the situation with Rich Homie Quan. But overall, when it comes to his death, the timing of everything with Thug being locked up, Rich Homie Quan and Thug, when it came to them being on the record, it ain't too many duos that I done seen that was harder than them. I'm just being real. They were so hard together that you couldn't even tell the two apart, pretty much. They sounded so close to, you know, each other with the way they flow, their voice, all that. To see Rich Homie Quan career just, you know what I mean? After the situation with Thug. With the music that Rich Homie had done put down, everything. Like, it's a lot that I want to talk about right now, but I'm not. But make sure you catch that segment tomorrow. It's going to show when it comes to Rich Homie Quan life, life can get real if you don't understand that life is life and with other people also. Because this box mind frame that I'm telling y'all about is easy to get in because you in your own human body. But it's billions on billions of bodies in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So meaning that, just say if you was the only billionaire on the earth, you'd just be bored, man. If it's just you, no other human, just you can do whatever you want to, but you're the only person on earth. But you a billion, you got a billion to spend, you just be bored. We live for other people. So you get enjoyment out of spending money, people watching you spend money, people saying different things, communication. People go crazy in a jail cell doing 23-1 because they ain't got nobody to talk to. They'll tell you, I just want some human contact. So we live for other people. So once you understand that, fam, you come into an understanding that other people are human beings also. A lot of people seem to be so strong. I'm the same one I done seen commit suicide. Or everything just come out. Because the people that seem to be so strong are the weakest ones. Meaning they going through the most. The parents, the mothers, and all that different things that we see in our community, family, and you think like that's a strong woman. That's a strong, they done been through, and they be the weakest one. And you might be asking, how can you say one strong and one weak at the same time? Because they strong get putting a cover over the weakness. You understand? That's why I say ain't nothing what it seems. We all weak. We all get weak. Don't never let nobody tell you that. Some people just stronger and covering it up than other people. Some people are more open like me. A lot of people would say, man, I couldn't say what Chap said, but I wish I could. I ain't got the heart to say it. So if you're looking at somebody cover, everybody in life got a cover. When they go out, she might put on makeup, he get his haircut, put the clothes on. We know we going out. We know we just got through arguing at the house. Whatever the case might be, or just living a normal life. And you go out in the public, you're going to have a cover up, even you. Everybody. You got to understand people. So if you going around life not knowing that it's a cover up with people, everything ain't what it seems. You come into an understanding of life, and when it comes to your mental health, your patience, your journey, you start to come into self-evaluation, and you start to move on your own pace, not other people's pace in their race, because you know it ain't what it seems. You done been around the block 2-3 times. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you in my age, 40, you 35, 30, you start to recognize like, hey man, life ain't what it seems. Everything that I pretty much done, every person that I have met in life, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't what it seemed. You can hear something about a person and you meet that individual, and 9 times out of 10, it won't be nothing what it seemed that other people said about this individual, whether it's a killer, a dope boy, whatever the case might be. So I'm saying all that to say, I want you to come into an understanding, fam, of everything in this world it's a makeup with it. It's a dress up, it's a cover up with it. Ain't nobody gonna fully let you know or make a post and let you know, hey man, this just happened and it was bad. Or me and my girl, or me and whatever, just had an argument and it was nobody gonna let you know they got mental health problems, all these different things. And if you get caught up in what other people is posting on their social media, what they saying, and you think something wrong with you, and they going through the same thing that you going through, they just covering it up. The next individual that's with them and know them, they know, family and friends be knowing these postings that people make. Like that ain't them. They just covering up what's really going on. So you need to come into that understanding, fam, because it's wearing on a lot of individuals' mental health, thinking, fam, that your life ain't worthy. And everybody else's life is just so good. They going on trips, they living like this, they doing this, they doing that. Even a trip, most people that's going on trips and doing these things in our neighborhood, they saving up for it. They got to work back for it when they get, like, people would look at people taking a trip every year that's going on a trip once a year and be jealous on somebody going on a trip once a year. That ain't no money, man. That's just in our, I'm just being real. It's just in our neighborhood, the way people think. We'll see an individual just take a trip every summer. They get together and you have people hating on that, fam. And everybody done put money together to go on the trip to be, what's the name? They don't know that though. Everything ain't what it seems. I'm talking about if you go on your new job, ACE protocol, all these different things you get there, I promise it ain't gonna be what it seems, whether it's prison, jail, anywhere in life. The only thing is real solid is God. Let me say that again. The only thing that's real solid in life, fam, is God. Everything got a flip side to it, even having a baby, children. People post their kids, but they just showing the highlight. Even showing when the baby was just having a tantrum. They not showing that on, so they just showing when the baby done got cute and the highlights of what's going on. But if you can't look past what's people posting of what it seems, like, hey, they just great, they the perfect family. It look like they don't, you need some real soul searching. I'm telling you the truth, brother. If you one of them ones that see other people and like, man, they look, I want that life. Comparing yourself, you need to do some real soul searching with yourself. Because that energy that you got gonna rub off on your kids in your household without you even telling them that. Because it's in their DNA. You can change your spiritual DNA with the help of God. The things that you thinking and been through and going through will pass down to your kids, man. If you don't get a spiritual DNA change. Meaning, the things that you feel about you and yourself can wear on your son, your daughter, them same type of behaviors of mental health, of them thinking something wrong with them because it was passed down with the spiritual DNA. I'm not talking about the physical. A lot of people can't understand when it comes to their children. Like, why is my child just having all these mental problems and breakdown, these depressions, and all these different things? It's because of the spiritual DNA. It's just like a sickness. You know, if your dad had cancer, mom had cancer, you might end up catching it. You know, that's why the doctor always asks them, do you got a family history of it? The spiritual DNA is real also. So it's very important if you're a grown man, a grown woman, to cleanse your soul of anything that you have been through that's bothering you mentally, because it's gonna keep you from flourishing in life like you're supposed to. It's gonna keep your kids from growing like they supposed to, because you're only moving with that limit of thinking. I'm telling you this is because have experienced the same thing. The child that I have in the home with me now, my son, is the first son. I got 3 other kids, and every time one of my kids was about to be born, I got incarcerated. So this is the first time God allowed me another opportunity to change the spiritual DNA, change the dynamic, you know what I'm saying, on life, the outlooks. My daughter, Bernaya, I love her to death. We had a situation, and she spoke out like, Dad, you never been there for me, like talking about. Even though, you know, the last 4 or 5 years, I spoiled her. You know what I'm saying? When I started coming into God, I started to recognize what was real. But I couldn't understand, after all that I was doing, she was still acting out in ways that she was, feeling that way about me. Until I had to recognize the spiritual DNA, fam. A lot of things that I had to pray about on the spiritual bound with my daughter. She would see certain things on social media, and I hope she don't get upset for me using her story as an example. But I want other children, your children, to recognize what I'm saying when it comes to the spiritual DNA is real, because my mental health, I used to let what people say and all these different things, comparison. Even when she was in the womb with her mama, I was going through all these different things. It's a pass down to your child. If you thinking all these different things when you hold your child, this is your child. Your child know this my mama and my daddy. So you passing them spirits on to your kid. You think you going through it, but you taking your kid through it. I remember my mama could be something wrong, and I'd be like, Mama, what's wrong? I can feel it. Or when she started crying, it can be happy to her. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so this is what I'm talking about, family, when it comes to the spiritual DNA in life. Let's see, man. Your son is incredibly blessed. Yeah, he is. And it's very important for me to be in my son's life. It's very important. Reason is very important for a father to be in the home. Even today, to be honest with y'all, I can get in a state, because I'm still human, when it comes to my fatherly, which we got a bond today, but it ain't always been like that. It still be things missing, and I be feeling like my father should call me and say what I have said to my kids. It'll make me feel a whole lot better. Right? Or I would say, if he can just, all these different things, you know what I mean? And I'm coming into realization that, in which we cool, we talk, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing like on that level. But I'm talking to somebody as I'm saying what I'm saying, because we as grown individuals, we tend to look for things that we have been through in the past for other people to heal them. Whether it's your mom, your dad, or whatever the case might be. And I've been coming into the understanding, fam, that the only healer, especially when it comes to situations you have been through as a kid that you can't control no more in the past, is of God. A lot of people can't see what you feel, even if it's your family, your mother, your father that have took you through different things. Half of the things that they have took you through, you can tell them about, they can't even remember. That's how deep you need God in order to do right with them situations. Because other than that, you'll be leaning off some, you'll be wanting something that you will never get in life. Whether if it's apology a certain way, you feel what I'm saying? You'll be leaning for that and having aggression against your daddy, having certain hidden agendas against your mothers or what. Even if y'all talking, fam, you'll still feel something missing. And I'm saying at the end of the day, God is the way. He'll bring all that together. He brought my mama, me and my mom, we always been close, but our godly bond is incredible. Me and my dad, godly bond is incredible. I told my dad, if you ain't did nothing else for me in life, you taught me, and he's a preacher now. I mean, you taught me about God. And that's the most thing, that's the biggest present that you could have ever gave to me. Because that's what's carrying me through now. Back to the hip hop game. P. Diddy, they got a hotline. That's wild. They got a hotline to where people is calling. They say over 1,000 people have called already, reporting P. Diddy. And I know some people is telling the truth, some truth behind it. But I know some people just on the money grab. Because I seen this one guy speaking about P. Diddy, and he was a white guy. And you can see P. Diddy in the picture with him when he was young. And after all these years, he said P. Diddy had groped him in that picture. Now, mind you, that this is a young man. He might have been 6 or 7 years old. You know that his mama and them done dressed him up. Hey, oh, we was around P. Diddy at this time. We finna get some money too. And he's speaking out about that situation that happened with just a picture with P. Diddy. Anybody that had a picture with him or that was around him or anything like that, they coming forward saying that P. Diddy did something to them. Now, wrong is wrong, right is right. But we got to know that a lot of people, when they come to this world, they for the money grab. Especially on a billionaire like P. Diddy. It's forces that's bigger than P. Diddy that's dealing with P. Diddy's situation. I don't know what type of hands he done put his hand in, or whatever the case might be, but it's just clear as day that it's forces that's coming up on P. Diddy fam that want to destroy everything that he got going on. And it's just like war in certain lands. I got to keep it real. God will allow hurricanes and destruction. He will allow destructions in a human being life like P. Diddy or me. And that's my son out in the back, but y'all excuse me. But he allowed destruction, family. And when it comes to the destruction, whether it's hurricane, whether it's rains, or whatever the case might be, it's the same thing, whether it's floods. It's the same thing when it comes to people. The same way people lose their life in different weather events, it's the same way that he can use these same examples with people that's losing their life when it comes to the system, the federal system, or whatever the case might be. This is a takedown with it. Everything was a stepping process. Think about it. Diddy might be saying, God, why me? Getting the tattoo that I was getting, that I had got. I couldn't understand why stuff kept happening. So he might be in there now like, God, why me? Why do I got to go through this? On the other hand, you got to come into terms with what you have took other people through. I actually believe Diddy is guilty of a lot. The stuff that they saying. I mean, the evidence is showing up with what people are talking about, man. I mean, the parties we've been on, the way and I've been saying, it's just everything is the honeymoon stage. It's just party, and bullshit, party and bullshit. You notice all the people that just party and bullshit, how their life end up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they continue to party and bullshit because they don't know who they are as a person. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, the party make them feel more of a human being and more alive. They don't even feel alive. Unless they dancing, drinking, moving around. It's a certain atmosphere on that level. You're not living if you partying, fam. That's not living. Living is from within yourself. Let me say that again. Living is from within yourself. You can feel like you're doing everything that individuals out in traffic doing at the house or with your family in a peaceful way, fam, and safety. Because when you in these parties and you dealing with a lot of different energies in life, it's just not safe. I'm not saying don't go to an event or don't enjoy your life. But when it's consuming you doing this every weekend and you wondering why you ain't coming up. You wondering why you can't get ahead. It's the energies you rubbing, fam. It's demonic in these clubs, especially when they bumping the hip hop. That's why you see the fights and the shootings and all these different things. Wherever it's demonic time, wherever is demonic at, it's that type of time, demon time, individuals on, you're gonna see violence surface. So when they come to the hood, you see violence surface. You go to other places outside the hood, you don't see violence like that. People not on demon time. The reason individuals in the hood be on the demon time like they do, fam, is because we was raised to hate each other. I was actually raised to hate Crips. Literally, people that I don't even know, that never did nothing to me. That's demon time. The devil do it for nothing. That's doing it for nothing. I used to shoot people for nothing. Just for wearing the wrong color, being from the wrong side. They were saying, Chap, you hard, but I was a demon. I was destroying people's life. Families, fam. But they telling the demon, oh, you the hardest out the clique, young nigga. You'll bust that pistol. Excuse my language. They feeding the demon. Just like in today's time, they feeding the demon, fam. The harder you is, the more they feed the demon. Then you come into realization. Like my homeboy I was talking to from prison, fam. And he did on a murder or whatever. I won't say the name, but they was feeding the demon. With homie. And we was talking like, out of all you done did, ain't nobody there no more. You sacrifice for a whole hood, sacrifice your whole life, fam. And they was feeding the demon, making him feel like that he was larger than what he was. He was the killer, he was the shooter. Most dudes out your neighborhood just gonna be the ones talking about who went to war and what had them done. They ain't really putting them down. It's gonna be a few go to jail, be the shooter and the killers or whatever the case might be. That's why they say the real ones is dead in jail. Most of these dudes just feed the demon. They not no shooters or nothing. They just around to hype you up to do something. So they can sit back and laugh. So they can sit back and talk about it. A lot of individuals is in jail just because somebody just fed your demon. A lot of bullets have gotten killed because somebody fed their demon was saying that, boy, you the knockout king. And everywhere he go around, he trying to knock somebody out. And he end up getting his noodles rocked, fam, for somebody else feeding the demon. You got to be careful what people tell you when it comes to your relationship, your life, all the way around the wood. A lot of people like to feed the demon. If you're in a relationship, it's not good to go out and talk about what's going on when it comes to problems with certain individuals because they're going to feed the demon. Gonna say, hey, I went through the same thing with my boyfriend or girlfriend, and they whoop, girl, boy, I know what you're talking about. That's just feeding the demon. It's gonna be more people at your funeral, fam, than your birthday party. Demon time is real. Everybody wanna be on the party, demon time, the funeral. Most people that party, they love going to funerals. The individual go to the only way they go to church today, they go to funerals. They love going to funerals, won't even go to church. But the preacher preaching at the funeral just like he do at church. But when somebody dies, you go up there and listen to the preacher then and get the sermon. A lot of people like the demon, fam. They like going to see people in the caskets and families crying, all that going on, and being in the pics and with the gangsterism t-shirts on and all that, because it make them look more harder. They feed the demon. When an individual would die in the hood, oh man, BIP or whatever, man, fly out to the home. Ooh, he was a real one. He was a what's the name? All this stuff, just feeding the demon. They feeding the demon still. So we got to be real careful, fam. We got to be real careful on who we dealing with. A lot of people ain't feeding you fruitfully. You got to get off around them people. You can get in a place of comfortability to where you got a certain friend or a certain partner, and just watch yourself when you get around them, you talking about things that gonna make them feed the demon, whether it's somebody else, or a bad thing that happened at work, or this girl heard him do this, or this dude this. That y'all conversations on like, yeah, girl, I know that. EOs ain't woo. They're just feeding the demon. You gotta watch out for people like that. Rappers are feeding the demon. The hip hop, the music, and I'm not telling no rappers or nothing to stop what you're doing. You know, because it's not gonna happen. You know, individuals love that rap. They'll kill you if you tell them that they can't rap. That's how real it is. But when you put in certain records out, you feeding the demon, fam. The young dude that's in the car like this, you feeding him. When you talking that shit you talking, you feeding him. He really soaking it up. He drinking, smoking, run that back. You feeding him. And the crime that he go commit after then, situation that he get into, that's on your hand. Not saying you're gonna get charged with the crime or you did this or you caused him, you just fed the demon. That's why your mental health be like it be. That's why situations in life be like it be with a lot of these hip hop artists. The demon is coming back. God throw it back at them, fam. When stuff get to happening like a Boosie, everything seem like everybody, I can't do nothing right, fam. It's people feeding the demon just like you was feeding the people. The demon is coming back. It jumped back and forth. So you got to understand, even when it come to me, I was ready for anything that I had done in life. When it come to individuals I done put down that got a bunch of time that committed crimes on my watch, whatever the case might be, people that I was feeding the demon with, all that came back in my life, fam. It came back with people feeding the demon about me. When people talk about me, they just feed the demon. Yeah, that nigga child, that nigga would have got people like that. They just feed the demon. So if in your life right now, if you see that people is plotting, everybody feeding the demon when it comes to you, and when the other people can do something, but when you do something, it's just like it just in the family, just let you do something. This comes from people feeding the demon. Let you do something. It explodes. You the chosen one. Family, if you got a heart of any sort and a bug of God, and people is feeding the demon on you, it's demonic forces coming against you, and you can't seem to understand why this happening, God got a calling for you. He got a purpose for you. But you got to recognize it's people feeding the demons. It's not you. People can speak. I had a record one day. And in this record, no lie, I have my partners hit me up now. They like, man, you spoke your whole life into existence in this record. And I did. Like, so I'm going to play that record one day for y'all. If you go to YouTube, you can check it out. Young Chap, one day video. And I said all that to say that you can either feed the demon with your tongue, or you can make fruitful good things with what you say. You can produce fruit. Your life can blossom off faith in what you say. Like right now, my prayers be big because I don't think God like mediocre. You know what I'm saying? He's a big God. And I think when you pray mediocre, you get mediocre. And I said all that to say, don't put yourself in a box to where you feel like ain't nothing happened in your life yet or nothing like you wanted it to be. So you feel like that you're not big enough to run a company. Like, I'm praying for companies, man. I'm praying for bigger things. Everything that's going on right now with what I got going on, I spoke it into existence. I know God is real. I know it's a fact. You just got to lay back and be patient with God. Meaning, when you on your business, when you speaking things into existence in your life, you praying things into existence, you got to get away from people. You got to get away from people. You got to get alone and let God talk to you. Not saying that you can't go to certain events or pop up, but that people can't see you all the time, fam. Because the things that you asking for from God is going to require some self-discipline. I said the things that you asking for from God is going to require some self-discipline. Just like I was telling you about Jeremiah when it comes to obedience. Obedience is self-discipline. You got to get some self-discipline in you to be obedient. A lot of us don't have self-discipline when it comes to a lot of things in our life. And it's just like me with drinking cokes, a lot of things like I just can't stop cigarettes, marijuana. I can't quit like smoking at this. So I'm saying, fam, that even though one might have an addiction, whatever the case might be, even you can have a big drug addiction. You can be a meth head, crackhead, whatever the case might be. And I can tell you this, that God used these type people to they if you notice the bum, the crackhead or whatever on the street, they speak fruitful things into individual life, whether you give them 50 cents or not. They not with they don't be with the it's just something different about it, fam. You dig what I'm saying? When it come to the bomb on the street saying have a blessed day, may God bless you. I feel different when they say it because I know it comes from a place of not a place of image. What I'm trying to say. Like I done got to a point to where I just want to deal with people that don't have an image. What I'm trying to say. Even if it's a bomb. Because I'm noticing that people that worry about other people too much and the image of things that it ain't what it seems, like I was just saying, fam, they not real friends. They not people that's all the way in other people's business, always talking about the next individual. And I done been there. Don't act like you ain't been there. I had to grow. I was bad at it. I come from a gang banging land to where that's what we did, whether we talking about shooting or whatever was going on in the hood. The conversation is always about other people. I hope don't when it comes to people that you need to be around in today's time, if you don't feel comfortable, don't get comfortable. I don't care what they talking about, what they saying, what it might be, cousins or what it was. If you don't feel comfortable, don't get comfortable. I don't care if you do need a friend, family, because see, you're gonna hurt yourself. A lot of things that we don't want to let go of, whether it's old friends. See, God wants you to move not just with the day one, but it's going to be a day two. It's going to be a week. It's going to be a month. He wants you to grow with life. You instead of worried about what your day one switched up. When he telling you, you need to find yourself in day two. The day twos, day threes be more realer than, I don't want to say more realer, but life make you grow, fam. It'd be best to deal with the day twos and the day threes than the day ones, because the day ones ain't on what you own. When you more capable of being more friends with a stranger than it is with people that you've been knowing all your life, because they think they know you. They have heard people feeding a demon on your name, like I was just talking about, fam. So when it comes to you meeting strangers and new people, day twos and day threes, they can't see past that day. They mean you with the person you is they taking you for that, not for what you used to be. You don't need to be around people that's taking you for what you used to be. Just think about that. Even when it comes to family, I had to separate myself because people was taking me for what I done been through, what I used to be. Whole time in the inside, I'm saying, man, I'm a changed man. I ain't like that no more. But they still couldn't see that. And I'm trying to work hard to get up out of these situations. I'm still around family and people that think I'm this. You got to get away, fam. You can't get comfortable in them situations in your hometown because that's where you're from. Or because that's my family. Because that's what you've been doing all your life. Got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Sometimes you got to move in the bed when you was comfortable, then you have to turn around and you be back comfortable. You feel what I'm saying? Like it take courage to change your life, man. It take strength to change your life and do something different. When people look at you as they always have looked at you as, whether it's family, friends, or whatever. Reason it takes strength is because you're gonna have to do it without friends. And it seems to be more harder when you ain't got nobody in your ear in the physical telling you different things that making you feel good. When you gotta listen to God on His time. When you gotta follow the faith book, it calls strength to do that. A lot of people say it's strength in numbers. Yeah, that's true in the physical. But it's strength in the less numbers. When it comes to God, it's strength in you. One individual, fam. You understand what I'm saying? The strength in you is way more bigger than the strength when it comes to the physical of people. Like it can be just like David and Goliath, fam. That same type situation is what I'm trying to say. Just because a lot of people out riding, they in slingshots, it looking good, they got friends, you feel like you ain't got nobody, ain't nothing going on for me. Everybody like they don't like me. I'm just a misfit. You know, every time I have a friend, it's a fallout, something come about. You the chosen one, brother. God got a purpose for you. Because if you wasn't that misfit and you going to every event, like he could never talk to you, he can never get to you. He can never bring you up out your situation. The world is not here for people to like you. When people dislike you, that should make you more stronger in what you got going on, fam. If you're an ugly individual, just saying, a lot of the people that we seeing that so-called, they social media influence winning. They winning off their ugliness. They were. Now they more beautiful than anything. People want them. You feel me? So it's about your inner strength. Like I say, a lot of the people that was getting bullied, that inner strength coming from bullying and people stepping on them and talk about them have caused them to become millionaires in today's time. Billionaires, fam, from what they had done been through. Man, go through that stuff that God taking you through right now. I'm talking to myself as I'm talking to you, fam. I'm still a human being. Step through the fire. Because see, everything ain't gonna be all good all the time. Everything is not gonna be the way you plan it to be in your life, even though it's your life. That's how deep God is. Most of the things you plan in your life don't go right, don't it? Reason why most of the things that you plan in your life don't go right is because God trying to get you to see that you need to lean on me. You're still trying to do the same thing that you've been doing. You save up some money and you have these plans, you like, man, I know what I'm finna do. I'm gonna do this with this, I'm gonna do this with this, it's gonna be, and it never go the way that you want it to go. But you have the vision, you plan it all out, like I'm gonna do this, and you never put God in nothing. Even today. You done been 20, 30 years, ain't nothing went like you wanted to go. I'm talking about nothing. It's been a long time that you still been riding the same wave. It's time to let it go, man. It's time to let it go before it crumble like P. Diddy's situation or any other individual. Like I say all the time, it's only so long that you can ride that same wave. Don't let your life be P. Diddy just on the local level. What I mean by that, don't party and bullshit all your life. Because when you party and bullshit all your life, let's say, okay, so when you party and bullshit, you know, all your life, fam, weekend after weekend, being around all these different people, all these different energies, fam, you tend to end up in a situation that I'm seeing with my friends and everything now. They still want to party and they just chasing this honeymoon phase just to feel good. Want to be around people to tell them that, hey man, you fresh tonight. Oh, you got her. This, all these different things of approval, addiction, approval that we want from people. Most people that's going to every event, they always in the street where everybody at, they addiction approval. They're addicted to approval from other people. They don't know who they is until they get around somebody else that tell them that they look good or that this going on. So what I'm trying to tell you is you already got to get into a comfortable state with yourself before you release yourself back out to the public, so to speak. The reason the struggle still like it is because you still trying to stay in the honeymoon stage with the struggle. You trying to stay in the circle of the struggle, really, but you don't want to be in the struggle, but you don't want to be alone. Is you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's lonely without friends. One may think, like I was thinking, like I was telling you a while ago, like I thought I was just lonely. Like now I'm cool with being by myself. Now I'm cool with not being at these events or having certain people around. It's a blessing in the loneliness, man. It's gonna be a quiet time before you get to that place that you want to be in life. And I'm not exactly where I want to be in life. I just know it's levels to it. I had to change with levels. I was hearing the preacher say the other day that it's going to be somebody blessed. You're going to get in neighborhoods and different places where you're going to feel uncomfortable because you've never been there before. You know what I'm saying? But God wants you to stay steady with his work. It's different levels that he's taking you to. And he was talking to me. I come out my door, the older white grandmothers, they be looking like, what are they doing over there? You know what I'm saying? Like that, you know. And I said all that to say that God has put me on another level. I used to have a fear of the white people seeing the white Jesus on my grandmother's wall. So it caused a fear in me when it come to getting a job and I see a white man in a suit. I'm thinking of the Jesus like he Jesus. Now God is breaking generational curses. You'll be surprised of how many people have a fear for white people. I'm telling you. This is the truth. Who came up in these black culture household that was up under them old religions like my grandmother now. Pretty much with the slave mentality. So it'll have you going out and like I'm saying with now, I'm breaking curses. You understand what I'm saying? Even when the people was coming in to do the white man that was they bringing my furniture and doing the lights and different stuff like that, or the Wi-Fi that they were saying, man, hey man, it's a nice place. I'm jealous. About two of them told me that. I've never heard a working class white man say that to a dude like me. They usually calling the police on me or just something like that. For them to say that was confirmation with God with me, like I'm moving you to the next level in life. But if they would have told me that 6 years, 10 years ago, that would have went all the way to my head. You know what I'm saying? I would feel like, well, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? God tends to bless us with levels. He tests us to see how you gonna react. Is you still gonna keep his word doing what you're doing? I tell him the Most High, I said, you get me out this situation, I'm trying to go to a neighborhood, I'm trying to get out the hood, I'm tired. He allowed all that to happen. And I promise, I said, I'm going to get more in the word. I'm gonna, whatever you need me to do. Whatever you need me to do, Lord, I'm gonna do it for you. And this is what he's doing. And I'm keeping my word. I'm still doing God's work. It's gonna be another level, like my mama was saying. Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna be another level after this that he preparing me for. And I think that level is come to being comfortable around different cultures or whatever the case might be. You got to be comfortable. I'm learning, even with myself right now. I got to get in rooms that I'm uncomfortable in. I used to not like going to places to where I felt uncomfortable. But now he lead me in a direction to where I can be strong in uncomfortable situations, to where he can trust me when it comes to life daily wars. I see what he's doing in my life. Showing that, hey man, you're not what people said that you was. You are who I am. You understand what I'm saying? And meaning that can't nobody else predict your life. Can't nobody else really judge you or what you done been through or that feeding that demon with other, because for a minute I'm like, is this gonna work, God? Like it's so much going on. Like I say, right when you're about to hit that flow, you can feel it hitting rock bottom. Because a lot of times he can pick you up and you can still feel that rock bottom. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to the rock bottom feeling, I'm away from that now because God is taking me to another level of life. A lot of y'all have the rock bottom feeling is because of your mental. Family? What I mean by that is the rock bottom feeling when it comes to your mental. You think you did it on your own. Everything that happened in your life, fam, whether it come to the bad, the good, you think it happened on your own. You're the only one done been through that. When you hit rock bottom and you know it's God lifting you back up, because you know the only way that you done came up is through the help of the Lord. Because you know that you couldn't see no other way. You know that God have helped you up out this situation. If you have been one of them ones that done been through that and you fell rock bottom and you like, God has brought me up out this situation. You can't let what people doing today, yes, whatever the case might be, deter you from that feeling of God bringing you up out that situation. A lot of y'all, like it can be a blessing. What God happened with me 10 years ago, I still hold on to it because I know that's a gift. It's just like words you can read in the Bible or any book. You got to continue to read it, to hold on to it, to where to be in your soul. Start putting God blessings in. Whatever blessings you know, even tonight, man, like I'm being real with you. Whatever blessings you know God have put into your life over the years, bring it back into your heart and thank Him for them blessings. Don't forget about it. Put it in your mind, like I'm not going to forget about these blessings that God have brought me through. And it's going to give you strength when other problems come, because you're going to recognize what you done been through. The devil come in and we forget the blessings that God have done, put in our life and done for us, because he cloud us with what's going on today, to where we can't even see what happened yesterday and we can't see what happened tomorrow, stuck in it. So all I'm saying, fam, is don't let that be you. You right on the brink of change in your life. And what I mean by that is, you know everything you need to do. You know God. You close to Him. You can feel the people around you that don't really like you, that so-called friends and family, but you still go around because this is what you used to doing. Even if you try to forget about the things that have happened with them people, you know they have said things about you, you know people talk, you know they miss it. Even if you dress up in your clothes, go to this event, get around them people, and y'all had a good time, you drunk, the spirits were still there, even if none was said. A lot of people can just be sitting back and they talking to you, looking upside your head like, I don't like this. whatever energy you around, if it's fire in the house, it's heat in the home, you got the heater on, or if it's cold in the house, you feel the energy of the home, right? You feel the coldness, you feel the heat. This is the same demo when it comes to moving around like I'm telling you about. You got to be careful because energy is everything, fam. Energy will keep you cold. Energy will keep you hot. Meaning, fam, you can either go this way or that way. You can either flourish, go up and down with the people that you got around you, fam. So it's very important before we get up out of here, fam, to pay attention to what you got going on, the people that you have around you, the energies, in order for the Most High to bless you like need to be. But I will keep y'all updated, fam, on situations. I'm out and have a blessed night.